Alright, and we're back with game 3 out of our best of 3 here with Team Big Horse on our left here. That is blue team now, and Team Thrull on the right side on red team. Gonna try to get those correct, because they've been backwards the last two games, so hopefully it's not gonna be too bad. See the Mordekaiser ban, the Zillion ban, the Soraka ban, and we're likely to see a Draven ban here. I imagine that will still come through, and then almost certainly a Darius ban to follow. I don't think they let that through for Vronti. Getting rid of the Ezreal. Okay, will they also take away the Draven, or will they think that Draven's not as good this patch maybe, and they won't break it out? The Kha'Zix ban, I like that. They're gonna let Darius through 100%. In that case, they're gonna pick Darius up. They might first pick it. I don't think they need to first pick it, but I don't think that they'll let that go through to a second phase of bans. Vronti is willing to play Darius anytime he's left open. That's gonna be what he tries to snatch up. I'm quite sure of it. Do we see the Draven ban, or is there something else on their radar that they want to get rid of? Morgana. Interesting. I'm not sure why they chose to get rid of the Morgana here. I don't think that we were that likely to see a Morgana. I feel like I would have rather have seen the Draven ban come through, but maybe they've got something that really doesn't want a spell shield. Maybe they've got something that really doesn't like the Dark Binding. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure what they have up their sleeves, but it is a bit of a surprising ban given what we've seen so far, but maybe there's a good reason for it. They're going to pick up Xerath again. That is not too surprising. That's epic bro moments. He can flex that into support if he needs to, I'm sure. So that leaves them pretty open for either mid lane if he gets countered. He can bring it into support and play there. They do end up first picking the Darius. That's just Vronti saying, come at me. This is my best champ, my most played champ. Let's bring it and let's see what you got. We're going to real quick move our chair. Okay, there we go. Much more comfortable. All right. Darius picked up here. What do we expect to follow? I don't know if they'll pick that. I mean, they should probably pick their bot lane. You could grab a support here that picks around the Xerath. I like the Karma again, honestly. That being said, actually, the Karma was last time on the other team. Sorry, I'm getting my sides backwards there. I do like the Jhin. Jhin's a pretty good pick here, especially with Xerath. You have some decent range to shoot back a little bit. You can. The risky thing is that when Jhin goes to line up for an ult, it makes a giant cone pointing at Jhin saying, hey, shoot me, Xerath, shoot me. And so if Xerath is ahead, he could just pew, 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 shoot him. He's dead there. There's the Draven that I thought would come through. Again, surprised they didn't get rid of the Draven instead of the Morgana. But, who knows? Who's to say what their logic there was? Draven has been a force to be reckoned with, though he was strongest when paired with the Zillion from what we've seen so far, but he's pretty strong in his own right. He doesn't quite have as much freedom, let's say, as he might without the Zillion. Going for a Blitzcrank. That would explain why they banned the Morgana then, because they don't want the spell shield to come up for the Blitzcrank. That's going to be healer diff on Blitzcrank almost certainly. I don't love Blitzcrank and hate your friends. I feel like just too often, if your team gets behind, you don't really get that much value out of the hook, and it doesn't provide that much directly in a fight. But hey, if you can use it to get an early advantage and get some lanes ahead, then that's all well worth it. I would have rather seen like a Thresh. I think Thresh has had a very good showing in Hate Your Friends. That's one that could still be picked up here, depending on what lane they want that Xerath to be in. I think Thresh could be quite good here to pair with the Draven, get him a little bit of freedom away from that Blitzcrank. If he does get hooked, he's got an escape card a little bit. Gragas, a very good pickup, one that is commonly banned. They probably wanted to grab that before phase 2 of bans here. They probably will play it into the Darius top lane. I think it's an okay matchup. Gragas is pretty good at taking quick trades, getting in and out, wildly bumping them, and creating some space for himself, so he's not as likely to get preyed on by the Darius, maybe. So I would expect that to be in the hands of Meshi here, Dameshi, up in the top lane, but could be flexed into jungle for... I don't know if Gundam plays it. He probably could. I imagine he could. I don't know if he has a Gragas that he plays often, but he probably could do it. But I'm expecting that's likely a top lane ban. Gonna get rid of the Viego there. That's just kind of respecting Hobomaniac's Viego. He and I both play a lot of that champion, so it's a very common ban. As you can see, Fiddlesticks is not banned today, as I'm not in the lobby. He was pretty much a staple ban in our previous games because Fiddlesticks, it's a bit of a problem. In team fight-centric things, we're fighting over a lot of objectives. He has a very, very high impact, especially at this level where wards might not quite be where they want to be, but if you get those wards out, it really does hamper Fiddlesticks' ability to impact a game. We see a Hecarim here. Hecarim seems really, really strong. We need a big AP threat, though, to come through on Team Thrull, yep, on the right-hand side there, for Team Thrull here, which is usually, I think that's Goose in the mid lane there, and he doesn't have that strong of a mid lane AP pool. He's got Pantheon and things that he can play in the mid lane, and he's got Galio, but that's not very much AP damage. He could break the Talia out again. Talia is pretty good against the Gragas and the Graves that we're looking at seeing here. Also good against Lee Sin, that's also totally reasonable. I think, and the Vi, those all, have dashes, and Talia likes those, but we'll see what they go with. A Belveth would be interesting. That's a bit, again, Talia is pretty good into that. Vi's pretty good. Vi's a pretty good pickup here. But really the only person she's going to be looking to trying to get on is the Jin so far. So we'll see what they pick in mid to see. I feel like I really want some good AP to come in through here. I mean, their team isn't that tanky, but if you let them get a little bit of beef onto the Gragas and Vi, having a lot of value from Tabbies would be pretty good. So let's see a strong AP pick here from you. It's probably Talia again if I had to guess. That seems pretty good overall, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see Fizz. Are they flexing Healer Diff into the mid lane? He plays Fizz. I don't know if they're actually going to be throwing him into mid there. Maybe they said he doesn't have any good things here into the Xerath. Let's throw me a Fizz. That makes sense. It's hard to tell. The Xerath or the Swain could both be supports. Those are both good supports. I think I'd rather see the Swain support and the Xerath mid. I think Swain would struggle a little bit more in the mid lane against this team that we're looking at. But I'm not sure, and I'm not sure who's playing what. I know Healer Diff plays Blitzcrank, but I also know he plays Fizz. I don't know if Goose plays Fizz. We'll have to find out. All right, and we actually don't have that much time left to kill. Oh, wait, no, we do. We're there for that. We're going to have the awkward 3-minute pause here real quick, in which case we'll probably just maybe chat about what we expect to happen, chat about what happened in that last game. We'll see what we're feeling. But overall, it seems like after that last game, it's really hard to know who's going to come out on top here. Game 1 was an absolute stomp in favor of Team Thrull, but Team Big Horse really turned it up in that last game. I mean, who to give most of the credit to in the last one? It's really hard to say. It was a big team effort there. As far as Team Big Horse goes, as far as Team Thrull goes, definitely the Malphite and the Kazakhs. Again, that top lane jungle pair putting on a lot of pressure, really keeping them in that game. The brand was dying a ton. Talia was getting absolutely targeted and ganked a ton, having a really hard time surviving. And mobile kit is going to be the case, against something like Rengar. It's going to be very difficult to survive against those. They were doing pretty well as much as they could, and they came back into it, in a big way in the mid game in the team fights. But really, it was that top lane and that jungle keep them in that game. And then in the opposite side, on Team Big Horses there, it was the Ezreal pouring out damage in those last fights, as you saw. That quadra kill was pretty big. He's positioning himself really well, not getting himself in too much danger. The Rengar was putting on some good pressure, getting some picks and everything. But really, it's hard to say. It was really a good team effort from Team Big Horse to bring that one back together. I think the Ezreal keeping himself safe was really valuable, and I think that the picks that they got occasionally on the Rengar, Rengar and Kazakhs both had a couple awkward moments where they were going back and forth trying to create that pick that would let them secure the objective. Instead, a couple times they each got caught out, which ended up reversing that against them, and then they ended up losing that objective, like the Baron that Team Thrull got fairly early on in the mid game, and then the final dragon that went down when that Kazakhs got caught. That was going to be soul over for sure. Actually, wait, was that what happened there? No, they got somebody else there. They let them get the dragon. It was the end game, the very end, right before the last Baron, where the Kazakhs got caught. That got him killed. I think he was looking for a pick there. The Rengar was ulting, and so Rengar was invisible, and so he didn't know that Rengar was in that group of people that he jumped to. And so I think he was expecting to find some nice juicy targets that were kind of isolated and get those snacked on. And then Rengar pounced on him out of nowhere. He thought he was moving away from the Rengar with his jump. He was actually moving towards the Rengar with his jump, which was very, very bad for him as he got caught out there, died immediately, and then they lost the Baron and the game successively after. But we'll see how it goes in here. We definitely have less assassins. This is definitely going to be a much more bruisery kind of game here with the Swain, the Gragas, the Vi, the Darius, the Blitzcrank, the Hecarim. There's a lot more beef on this team as opposed to just the one or two characters like the Malphite and the Xante and the last one that were kind of beefy. It's going to be definitely more overall beef. That being said, Draven can get through those if he gets off to an early start. If he gets a little behind early and doesn't get those quick surges of gold and item specs that he needs, he might start to struggle to get through the Hecarim, to get through the Darius, even the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank, depending if that's in Tom's hands, might be a bit AP heavy. He definitely likes a very mana heavy build to get the giant shield out of his passive. I don't think it's the best way to build them, but it's still pretty good unless you do some decent damage, which can lead to you carrying a little bit more on your own, which in solo queue might be a little bit better. In Hate Your Friends, I think you can probably trust your teammates a little bit more. You can be a bit better coordinated. But it looks like we're about to jump into the game here. Hopefully we have a very quick loading screen, and we'll be right in it. All right, let's see if my computer can actually load this pretty quickly. All right, so it looks like we have, based on runes, and okay, it looks like a Xerath in the middle lane again. I don't think he would take barrier if he were not in the middle, so we're going to drag him up to the middle. This, a Swain there, and we got Hecarim in the Wungle. We got But we need to turn off the spoiler warning. The spoiler thing, that one, yes, get rid of that really quick, because we don't, if the first blood occurs, I don't want to know. If we really get a really good blitz hook, I want to find out at the same time you guys do. Alright, that looks right. We got everybody lined up correctly. Alright, cool. Halo Blades Vi, that's totally normal phaser Chakram. That seems pretty good. Not sure if it's always what you go, but it does seem pretty common. You can also go Conqueror, I imagine. We have the non-lethality build out of Jin, most likely here. He did grab the exhaust. He's got the fleet footwork, which makes it more likely he's going for that move speed build. I don't think you're going to be able to cheese this healer diff. Everybody knows that you do this. Exactly. They know what's coming. They drop that word into the Dragon Pit. Get out of there immediately. They do get the small reward of the gold from the ward kill and the tiny bit of experience that might let a top laner level up a little bit faster, but I don't know that they got that on the relevant people, as I think it was likely Blitz and Jin that got the credit on that one. Maybe one more auto win. Yeah, exactly. Who told them? Yep, see, they know. They know that's what he goes for. I imagine it's probably Nick. Nick knows most that they do that. Starting with W on Darius. Meshi, if you can get out of this, then you're going to look great. Oh, the fake. Oh my god. He faked him out. Get destroyed, Vronti. Oh my goodness. He looked like he was pretended he was going to the wall. He got close to the wall, got close to the wall, flashed into the bush instead of over the wall. So when Darius flashes over, he's not there. Darius started W now. Gratzyy is going to teleport back in, most likely to get here on time. And then this is going to be a Darius with W having started out. That's going to be a little bit awkward for him. It's going to hurt his early game for sure. And we'll see if the Gratzyy can actually punish it. I don't think Gratzyy has that much kill pressure, especially not with Ignite. Not having Ignite in the top lane there because he's got the teleport. I don't think he's likely to really be able to punish him for it, but it does mean he knows he's a whole lot safer for the first level or so here because he doesn't have that Q to get himself the big chunky heals. He doesn't have the W, the E to empower his auto attack and slow you to really keep you in his range to punish you. He's just going to pull you in, and that's going to be about it. He'll pull you in and get a couple autos. You can just belly bump him back off and be totally fine. So at least until level 3. The Meshi should have a pretty good time up there in the top lane. After that, we'll see. It depends on how he plays it. It's definitely a matchup that can, go either way and a little bit skill intensive. Ooh, man. Okay, that is a really good hook. This will probably be a dead Swain. I imagine that 4th shot coming through. Yeah, 4th shot plus the grenade into 4th shot. That's the way to sequence it, so you get the max amount of damage with that execute on your 4th shot there. Good pull there, and definitely against the Blitzcrank, Draven is difficult as you give a nice big target of, I'm going here, Blitzcrank, please throw your hook here when you try to catch those axes. So as you can see here, the Darius, without having his 3 abilities there that he's there, having that W, he doesn't take a very favorable trade here because he can't punish him. He doesn't have that W, and so he can't really keep him slowed. So that's a lot of damage going in the way of Gragas, though the level up is probably on the way. Nice as a quick little cash out. And this is a very tense one. The level up coming through there from the Darius. That is unfortunate. The Gragas wasn't able to stay in experience range to get the levels there. This looks like you're not going to get away with this, sir. Yeah, I think you probably got him run. But I like the gank attempt there on the bot lane there. Punish the Jin a little bit, make him go back. He did get the first blood, so he'll have a pretty healthy buy here. Probably get himself a pair of long swords, or we can go straight for the upgraded boots. Let's see what he goes for. He goes straight. Ooh, okay, interesting. Not what I would have gone for. There we go. There's the upgraded boots. I like that better. Oop, we have a pause? We do not have a pause. The game just stuttered. Hopefully that's what happened. I don't think I paused it. Pretty sure I paused it. All I did was push tab and brought that up. I like that better from the Jin there. You don't really need the damage early. With the Cull, maybe some extra damage would have been nice just to help you farm. But if you're confident in your ability to last hit minions, you're going to be pretty okay there either way. Mid lane's going to be pretty tense. It was Goose on Fizz. I forgot to mention that. That was one thing I was debating about in the pregame lobby. I was pretty confident it would be healer diff on the Blitzcrank, but I haven't seen Goose play Fizz, so we'll see how he does there. I do like an assassin into Xerath. You got to punish him somehow. If you're staying at a distance, it's pretty rough. You either need an assassin or somehow a control mage that can keep him answered pretty well, but his range just makes it really, really difficult. The barrier is going to make it pretty hard too. The Hecarim is ganking in mid here. It's going to knock him away. Okay, cool. Good flash from Xerath. You got to burn that. You don't burn that, you're dead, because then you just have Fizz jump on you too, and it's too much damage where you can flash away. I think bot lane's definitely a very, very fight-heavy bot lane here. We'll see where things end up shaking out. We need the Swain to dodge the Blitz hooks. That'll be pretty big. Though, if the Draven gets hooked, it's also pretty bad, but not the end of the world. Vronti's sitting here being a bit of a nuisance and showing how the matchup should go. We use belly bump and get away, but the pull back there does give a little bit of value. Did Vi just flash that? Vi? What was that? Okay, never mind. I mixed up which team the Vi was on for a second there, and it got me very confused. That is unfortunate. I guess he was trying to flash in on the... I mean, it just didn't seem like it was that close. Let's do a quick replay on that, because this is a really, really big one for the top lane. That double kill for Vronti is going to let him absolutely steamroll this game eventually. So I see, I guess what she's going for here, but Did he mean to flash over a chunkier bit of the wall and just didn't get it? He just barely miss? Yeah, I guess maybe he thought that he would back off? Oh, but as soon as he gets that kill, that's rough because he's at the 5 stacks. He's going to get full 5 stacks on you, and that bleed is just brutal. That is so much gold into Darius's pocket. That is not what they wanted to see happen there. I like the idea of what he was trying to go for there with the flash. If he traded that one back, it could have been okay. But just in general, I think, like, because Darius hadn't pulled yet, I think Gragas needed a belly bump away, potentially. Though if he pulls while he belly bumps away, then it's really awkward for him, too. I don't know. I'm not sure how you're supposed to play that, but definitely didn't go his way. The experience advantage was definitely swinging in favor of the Darius there. The levels were definitely making a pretty big difference. But hopefully, Meshi can pull his way back out of this one. That's a lot of money under that Darius, so that's going to be very scary when he backs. He's going to get full thing that builds into Stridebreaker, whatever it's called. He's going Trinity Force. Ooh, he's going Trinity Force. Okay, he picks up the Heart Seeker's arrow. Heartbound axe. That was not even close. It looks like an arrow. Tell me that it looks like an axe. That's an arrow. Okay, when I look up close, it's an axe. But in that little tooltip, in this little one, it looks like an arrow. Bear with me, it looks like an arrow. Did not realize it was an axe. Okay. Heartbound axe. Was that it? Heartbound, yeah. Hearthbound? Hearthbound axe. My bad. I'm sorry, I can't read. Okay, so that's really scary. Okay, I like this gank from the buy here. That's pretty good. Do we have the flash on Jin? We don't have flash on Jin, so this should potentially be dead. We got the knockup there to come through. We didn't have much follow-up. I'm surprised we couldn't follow up better there, but they were a little far from it when it started. Okay, Darius doesn't have ult yet. You should be able to get out of this one. Oh, he got ult just then. That is brutal, and that's why we're flashing. And flash ult, yep, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. So, I mean, you saw Meshi, you saw him recognize he got 6 in the middle of his fighting here. I'm gonna die. I need to flash away. Unfortunately, he was able to flash back and get him. Okay, some quick Xerath damage there. Not going to have to finish off with the fish, but do what you can. Oh, man, that is brutal now not having flash and Darius still having ghost. Hopefully, Darius doesn't snowball this one too hard. They're gonna need some gank attention up there potentially, but I don't know. The Darius is strong enough now to just probably 2v1 you guys. That's pretty rough for sure. What they should hopefully be doing is maybe trying to put pressure cross map, keep ganking the bot lane if you can. You know the Jin's flash is still down for a little bit. Maybe try to get this dragon fight going. You know that Darius doesn't have the teleport, but like Gragas has the teleport, but it's not up yet, and it's not active until 10 minutes. I do like the change for it being 10 minutes over 14 minutes. It's a little easy to lose track of that when you're used to the first 14 minutes of the game feeling safe from teleport influence, and suddenly it's 4 more minutes that are being influenced than you expected. Oh my goodness, yep, see that's what I mean about the, hey, I'm here, gank here target on your back. Looks like they should be able to get out of this. The fact that the Hecarim does not have ult means this should be okay for him. Get the cash out on the Draven. Nope, not quite. Hook is going to be coming up back here in just a moment. Had to drop the axe there. That's okay. I think it's reasonable. Alright, we do not have flash. The Jin's flash is up. If he's able to get a 4th shot going, if he gets a 4th shot prime, then he can flash Q. He can kill this Draven. The Vi is sticking nearby, but unfortunately not able to get anything more out of that. It was looking close though. It was looking very, very close. Let's see how the gold's shaking out. Alright, as you'd expect, oh my goodness, that's a painful lead to look at in top lane. 1500 gold lead. Ooh, that is a lot. There's a lot. Hecarim ahead a little bit just on camps. Xerath and Fizz pretty much dead even. Pretty much dead even on the ADCs as well. Supports tiny bit in favor of Blitz, but not very much. Just that assist gold basically coming through, making the difference there. Surprising that the gold is so close on the ice. That's not surprising actually. Never mind. They are quite close. What did I hit? Okay, I don't know what the button does. Also, we need to get ourselves the objective timers. Is there a way to make these pop up immediately? Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Okay. Darius trying to influence mid lane here. Luckily, the Fizz ult goes wide, although that was a dead as heck Xerath. Even if he flashes the fish ult there, I think the Darius could potentially ghost and get in pull range from the knock up and slow that ensues from the Fizz ult. So, luckily, he dodged it. Okay, bot lane. I mean, bot lane's going to be the place to look. If this Draven can get big and can take over the game, it's going to be pretty scary. But Draven still doesn't have 6, which is why I think going in here is a little bit aggressive, Sir Soigné. I think you wanted 6 on your Draven before you do that, though that pull's pretty big. That pull's pretty big. Okay, that last axe, not quite enough. Oh, just farm some more minions. If you can farm some minions and get 6, Draven. Get 6, send that ult down, you can get it. There it is. Oh, it's going wide. He's going wide. He thought he'd be on the other side. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, Hecarim's getting bot. This is a very, very dead Draven. Just get out of there, Swain. Nothing you can do. That's all good. He's ghosting for this? Vronti. That's just pure greed. That's just pure greed. There's no way you get that one, buddy. Absolutely no way. With the Gragas ult still being up, if the Gragas ult is down, maybe you can make that one work. That was ambitious to say the least, but I like where it's at that. 3-0 on the Darius here. He's got most of his Trinity Force finished. Gragas, you've got like no mana. Your wave's at a shitty spot. I know. That can't feel good. You want to get that pushed in. You want to get that pushed in. There's the barrel. That'll push it in. Nice. Okay, now you back. You got to teleport up to get back if you need to. Hopefully you can just reset normally here to keep that teleport up. Darius is going to try to reset the wave here to get it bounced back. And we'll see if that actually happens or not. Okay. Oh man, oh man. How is the gold looking in the jungle now? Definitely Hacker got a lead, about 500 gold, 450 give or take. Mid still pretty darn even. Bot lane's pretty close. Jin definitely leading a little bit now. That loss of gold on the stacks of the Draven there was definitely unfortunate. At least he got one cash out before he died. That's definitely pretty big. And hopefully now see some tankiness come through in the Gragas. I like the full-plated steel caps early, a little bit more of a chance to dodge out of that Darius range. If you can avoid getting pulled, you'll be pretty good. If you can't get in range for his E to hit you and slow you down a ton, he's not going to have that much follow-up. It's just a matter of actually staying out of that pull range if you can and baiting it properly. So, can be a good matchup, but it is difficult, and falling behind makes it very, very difficult. Okay, it's definitely very aggressive from the Swain here. Okay, that's very, very aggressive, sir. Okay, you're getting pulled into tower range. Do you have a Zonias? You do not. A little too much there, Nick. I know you want to go for it. I don't think your Draven is quite ready for that, and I think you're a little bit behind. You need to play a little bit safer on that. Maybe wait till, like, if it blitz hooks you, then you go for it, because then you're guaranteed to be up in their face and get it going. It's a little scary for sure, but I think it was definitely a little ambitious on your part there. Okay, drop the barrel, hit with the belly bump. Can you get out? You can. It should be able to get out. That's a big, big slow happening there. I think you should be totally fine. And then Vi should probably be able to pick up the Blitzcrank here. I don't see this going any other way. You probably didn't need to flash there as his W is just wearing off, and that big movement speed slow is about to come in. I think you probably would have been okay there to just auto it, but I understand you want to confirm that gold. You want to get it in your pocket. Not the biggest deal, especially if Vi has secondary. Does she have secondary blue runes to give herself the cooldown? No, please. Hey, take me back. Do we have... Please. Expand. Why are you like this? Expand. We do. Okay, cool. She does have the additional summoner spell haste, so the flash will be up a little bit sooner. It takes about a minute off of it, I think. It's like, what, 18% or something? And it's a 5-minute cooldown, so, yeah, you know, about a minute. That's like 52 seconds or something. This could be a little dicey for you, Fizz. Okay, nice. Like you dodging that. Okay. Okay. Get out of there, buddy. He's looking for you. Ooh, that was a nicely aimed Q from the Xerath. Definitely well aimed. Not much you can do. It's unfortunate. Do you have boots yet? You have tier 1 boots. Okay. Might have prioritized tier 2 boots against Xerath just because getting into him and getting out of his skill shots is really, really important. I know you want to do damage, but boots are damage in a way. And being able to dodge those shots really, really matters a lot. I like this here. Blocking the Jin ult, definitely very smart. Don't risk that stealing the dragon away, because the last one does a load of damage for sure. And let's see, this is pretty scary. Okay, that was kind of wonky, because the Blitz did get his knock-up off there, but he got it off as she was mid-air, but still over the wall. So a little bit awkward there for sure. Alright, I don't think you want to go much farther on this. You do want to go farther on this? Okay, ult him back in. Oh, Meshy. You know he's backing off there. You gotta toss it all behind him. I know you don't want him on you. He's probably scared of the Darius being on him, because then he could die. But I think he's blown his whole kit there. I think if you knock him onto you and then you E him, if it comes back up again, you get the kill there, because he'd be pretty darn slowed under tower. So, unfortunate there. I think you could have converted that into a kill if you played it a little more boldly, let's say. Oh, that's unfortunate. You missed that belly bump. You missed that belly bump, and maybe you live it. The bleed here is going to be scary. The bleed's still going. Nice flash. The belly bump? Nope. All the cooldowns were up. Oh, man, that was so close. So close. I like it, though. I like it, Meshi. For you being down 3 kills, you played that pretty well. You nearly got yourself a little handsome reward out of it. That is now a pretty steep bounty on a very, very scary Darius, and this is just going from bad to worse as the mid lane, the bot lane is getting ganked and absolutely dying here. There's no way they turn this around, I don't think, especially with them getting out of the Swain ult range. Yeah, that ult is going to fade, and they're not going to be able to get anything back out of it. I do like this. I like this quite a lot from the Vi. Lovely. That is 800 gold in your pocket. Very, very nice play there from the Vi to catch the Darius in the tower. Got a little bit of a damage applied to him to take the aggro as she was dashing in, I think, from the Q, and then lock him down under the turret with the ultimate. Definitely nice. Again, we get some gold here on the Fizz in the mid lane. I like this too. Oh, plates just fell. Oh, plates fell 20 seconds ago. That's a shame. A little bit late on the dropping of that Herald. That's definitely a loss of gold for sure. Unfortunate. Going for that early Herald can bring a lot of gold into your pocket, but doesn't necessarily if you don't get the plates. Then it's not as valuable. Especially not dropping the mid turret. Would love to drop the mid turret against a Xerath, as Xerath really has that as a big safety behind him there, a big safety mechanism to keep him safe from some ganks and give him a little bit less space that he has to cover before he's safe, considering how immobile he is. But we'll see. Definitely the gold is skewed well out of favor of Team Big Horse. Team Big Horse here. I was trying to remember, like, they're on the left-hand side. I can't remember the name anymore. The Team Big Horse here is definitely pretty rough. I feel like some overly ambitious play in the bot lane for sure from our Swain here. I know you want to get that ult. The ult is really strong, but I feel like you're forcing it when your Draven isn't quite ready. You got to make sure your Draven's ready to go, especially with him juggling these axes. If he dropped an axe or is moving backwards to catch an axe when you go in, it can lead to some really awkward fights for sure. So this could be a dead Xerath, which is pretty oh, the Fizzle actually missed there. I'm surprised that that went wide. Nice dodge there, and give this kill to the Fizz. Nice, give the kill to the Fizz. Well done. Okay, Vi's here, but Vi, I don't think you really want to be here necessarily, as this is still a 3v2, but maybe they have that damage for it. The Draven comes through, and the Swain's able to keep him in the range that it should be. Okay, that's a shutdown. Over to the Swain, and another kill for the cash out onto the Draven. That's a good bit of gold in Draven's pocket. Let's take a look at his gold now here. He's still behind the Jhin, but we're catching up for sure. If we can kill this Darius again, that'd be pretty sick. If we can get the kill onto the Draven, mayhaps brother killing brother, some fratricide. No fratricide, just a kill onto the Darius. Honestly, he needed the gold pretty badly too. That's totally fine. He is down 50 CS. That's pretty rough. It's just so hard for him to walk up to the waves now, and he's gotten a little bit of help from his jungler, but when he's getting help from the jungler, he's getting help when he's already dead or dying, and that's not quite what he needs, but he will hopefully get himself back into it. We definitely closed the gold gap a little bit there. It's still around 3, well, it was around 3k, it's now about 2,500. So bring it in line a little bit, and we do have the dragon going in favor of Team Big Horse so far, but we'll have to see if they can pull it back a little more than that. I feel like it's going to be difficult, but possible. I feel like their team fight is pretty strong. I feel like if they can keep the Darius in check in the side lane, they'll be pretty good. But that's going to be the difficult part. I think Darius did see this Vi walk up top lane here, so he should be expecting this to be a 2v1. That ward that had just faded in the top river there looks like it should have caught him. Looks like Fizz is rotating down to try to counter something bot lane, which is probably good because the dragon's going to be up in about 30 seconds here. So the, yep, there we go. He goes to check in the bush because he knew something was up there. He knew something was funky. Do we have the ult on Vi? We do not quite. It's up in like 1 second. Oh, it didn't quite. It just now came up. That is so unfortunate. If your ult was up, you win that. All you needed was your ult, but it was on a 2-second cooldown. As soon as Darius gets that first kill, he's just turning it into the second kill so fast when he's got all those 5 stacks up. That's unfortunate. We have 4 people in the bottom lane here looking to snack on this young Draven. This could be okay if they go on the Swain instead, but I think they're going to come for the Draven here. I think Draven uses knockback already. Okay, they're dissuaded from it. They get the Swain ult and they back off. That's what you should do when Swain ult. So many people don't respect it and keep the fight going. Swain ults, you back off for 5 seconds, you let it run out, and then you re-engage the fight now that he's so much weaker than he was before. Oh, he's just going to keep going forever and do so much damage. You're going to be like, he's at 3rd HP. We can just go in and go. No, he's tanky. He's going to drain you for your life. Get out of there. Trust me. Just get out. Let it reset. Let it drop down. Then go back in. You'll thank me later. It's not going to work out how you think it's going to work out. It never does. People let the keep going and going and going, and it generates so much value for the Swain. If you just took a singular step back and waited 2 seconds, you'd be fine. But that's okay. They did a pretty good job there this time, so, you know. That's my little mini rant. Oh, it happened so many times where I was like, oh, Swain's ulting. All you do is back off. And somebody keeps going at him like, why are you go? You're letting it go. You're letting it keep going. All right. We have a Vi ult here onto the Jhin. I don't think Jin's getting away with this. He does not have flash. He is already flashed. And that is a highly dead. It's a little unfortunate that went onto the Swain. It would have been nice to have that money onto the Vi, but hey, you know, not playing around right now. You just want to make sure you get those kills. They're taking the Herald here in top lane. They should be able to grab that with absolutely no contestation. Let's say it that way. That's even a weirder way to say it, I think. But check out our gold advantages here. Oh my God, the top lane is a 4k gold lead. Holy, that's pain. That is pain. Jungle basically dead even, 100 gold difference if that. Mid, decent bit ahead, up about 400 gold, not too bad. Bot lane dead even as far as the ADCs go. Swain, however, up about 800 gold, give or take. Oh, Gragas, you don't want to go that way. You don't want to belly bump early either. Oh, you're toast. He's dead. That's a dead Gragas. He's going to walk into tower and kill you. Oh, he's not. Okay, all right. Oh, I was about to say, he's going to ghost and go into a tower and kill you. I'm pretty sure he is. Yep, there it is. It happened off screen because there's more action if it happened in mid lane. They dropped the Herald. The Fizz looks like he might go down here to the Swain. He is going to go down here. Nice, okay. Blitz, don't go in. That's what I'm saying. You got to back off and let that ult fade. Vi coming in now. The Hecarim should be rotating around here to come back in. The Draven could come up and help this fight out. If he does, I think it definitely swings their way. Draven is close by. Even just like a Draven ult coming across, it is still on cooldown. Okay. But I think Draven should get here in time. A nice little flash there. Get the cash out. Nice little flash and cash. His ult's almost up. If you can keep vision on his blitzcrank, you should be able to ult him just fine. And there it is. There's the kill. Nicely done, Kirebo. That's exactly how I would have done it. Unfortunately, though, we do have the Darius here in the top lane, as he has completed his Hullbreaker here, and he's going to just be a split punishing menace. They're going to need 3 people to deal with him, if not more than that. Maybe they can have the Xerath deal with him, because Xerath can just clear the wave from so far away that he can't do anything about it. But he's just going to be snacking on towers for a while now. That's going to be it's going to be his play for sure, because he knows he's ahead, and he knows the rest of the lanes are a little more dicey, and so he's going to be trying to do what he can. Now, the question is, does he get too big for his britches and get himself caught here and lose that big old bounty on him here? Because that'd be pretty rough. Ooh, that was just barely out of range. Oh, oh, you gotta hit that barrel. You gotta hit that barrel, buddy. Oh, man, that's rough. Oh, that Gragas ult went so wide. Okay, this is pretty good. That's a big shutdown onto the Xerath there. Okay, we dropped an axe there. It's unfortunate we dropped both those axes so we don't get our W refresh on the Draven. That's going to be a dead Draven now. I should be able to clean this up, though. That's a dead Hecarim for sure. Yeah, nice. This is a big swing back in favor of Team Big Horse. They're doing pretty well here. They might be able to pivot this into a Baron, honestly. They have 25 seconds on everyone. This is a Baron for them. Fizz can't contest this. He's no HP. He's got it back. This is a free Baron. Yeah, nice. I like the whole team rotating here. If you're doing this, have your whole team rotate. So many times, everyone doesn't quite rotate. They're like, oh, I want a Candyman. Oh, what about Bot Scuttle? I want to go grab Bot Scuttle first. No. Commit to it with the Baron. This is your time to get back in the game. It's a huge gold swing for you. This is, right now, they're down about 3,000 gold. A little bit more than 3,000 gold, about 4,000 gold. We'll see how much it swings back on this Baron. Just the Baron itself will be worth a decent bit. We'll see how much they can get out of the value of the enhanced minions, see if they can grab any of these towers or anything. But it was a good fight. A little bit awkward from the Gragas there in the beginning. Missing that ult was really painful. I wish you would hit that. It would have been so much smoother for you in that fight. But still, they were able to trade that 4 for 1, which is really solid for them. And just like that, they're within 1.5, give or take, 1,000 gold. 1.7k gold. But that is a huge gap closing the gold lead there. It's still mostly in the top lane. Again, the vast majority of their gold is in top lane, right? They have the Darius is up 5,000 gold on the Gragas here, which is brutal. That's insane. And he has 3 full items to the Gragas' 1 and a quarter. That's tough. But the fact that it's still a very close gold lead overall means that you have so much gold elsewhere that if you can generate value when this Darius isn't there, like we get that pick on the Blitzcrank, as long as you can keep healthy enough to when the Darius comes in, we can do something with it, we'll be okay. But unfortunately, okay, get the kill on the Jhin there. Oh, the exhaust comes in. Okay, the exhaust comes in, but he smites him and gets the kill. Smite is true damage. You can't really do too much about that with exhaust. And the Vi should be out of there. The 1 tower shot will not do it. She would need 2 more, I think, to go down there. That's okay, right? You traded 2 for 2. It's not that bad. You're taking a little bit of pressure off. You're losing your Barons, which isn't great. But you're also losing Dragon, aren't you? Dragon stuff. That's unfortunate to lose the Dragon. That is what they were fighting over. So you're going to lose the Dragon, but hey, at least you didn't lose more than that. It could have been worse, considering that they're at a gold lead right now. It could have been worse. Man, definitely a difficult game for the Draven to stay alive. This is really tough. I mean, having Hecarim and the Fizz and the Blitzcrank and the Darius and the Jhin just shooting you down from huge range away, that's pretty rough for sure. You should be able to get a top tower here, it looks like. I don't think that there's any way that they can pressure this enough to get them off of it. Well, that being said, if they don't actually stay up here, then they won't be able to. Okay, the Blitzcrank coming up. This could actually be problematic. Okay, Gragas sees it coming. Get some stuff out of there. Should be totally fine. Nice. Okay, cool. Would like for them to get that. Hopefully they can get this mid tower down. Mid tower is such a big boon. It gives you so much more availability on the map. Unfortunately, they have no vision. Because they have no vision at all in Red Side Jungle here, they have to back off. Because they don't know if everyone's right there, right around the corner, ready to flash over or ghost over on them with the Darius or take a blitz hook around the corner or Hecarim ult over the wall. Because they can't see them, because they see nobody on the map right then, they have to back off just because it's too risky. It's too risky. You lose those Barons trying to get that tower, it's just the game's going to fall out of your favor and you lost your in back at the game. You brought it down to a 2k gold lead. You're looking better. You got to deal with this Darius somehow. I think it's put Xerath in bot lane and just clear the waves from such a distance that he can't do anything about it. That's probably it. I mean, the Hullbreaker makes the cannon minions very tanky, but I think it's probably your best bet, is just have Xerath poke from insane range. Maybe Darius can run out under tower occasionally, but hopefully Xerath can just toss an E at him, stun him, back off, wait until cooldowns are back up again, keep going at it. But the Gragas is going to struggle for sure. He doesn't quite have the wave clear. I mean, we've gone for a tankier Gragas build here, so we can't just burst down the wave that easily. But, you know, oh dear, okay. It's unfortunate with Vi. I mean, this could be Vronti getting a little big for his britches. They do have a lot of CC to come through here. Ooh, that Hecamote was really good. Hecamote was really good. Oh man, you gotta keep your distance here. Oh, the healing on the Darius. He's down, he's dead. He's not dead, he's living. He got Triumph proc. No, oh my god, he's gonna barely live. That's heartbreaking. Ooh, the Xerath snipes him. Nicely done. Okay, now he's gotta get out of there, mitigate the damage. You killed the raid boss, but the rest of the team is still alive, unfortunately. Blitzcrank's still going. Don't think he's gonna be able to mount to anything. Oh man, those heals are so juicy. Do we have any anti-heal on the side of Team Big Horse? We do not. We might need to look into picking up some anti-heal here. Just putting a Oblivion Orb on Xerath maybe, because you apply damage so easily to so many people. It could be worth it because you get some fat heals coming through from that Darius, from that Q, and from the Triumph heals. It's a lot. Mitigating some of that would really help to diminish how much he's able to do in fights there, because if he plays it fast and loose, if he gets that first kill, he can kind of chain them together. You can make that that first heal that he gets a little bit less juicy than maybe he might go down a little bit faster there. They're able to get him. They're able to get him. It took a lot, and that Hecarim Fear was really, really good. If I was able to channel a Q out of that ult, I think they might be able to take out Darius before they actually got any kills. But that Hecarim coming over the wall was super, super clutch. Definitely bought them a lot in that fight. All right, our next objective spawning here in a minute 40 is Baron, so things might be a little bit tamer on the map here as people kind of position and posture, try to grab some farm for themselves. I don't see too much happening other than Darius running towards bot lane. I think Darius is probably going to try to go bot lane here, kill that tower if he can bot lane, put pressure on that inhib turret while that Baron spawns, and they can kind of pressure towards Baron, knowing that they have to either, you know, take the fight at Baron, up a man, which could be a fairly even fight, or risk losing their bot tower if they're taking too long and hemming and hawing at Baron. If they're trying to do it and then backing off of it, the Darius will absolutely shred through the towers with that whole breaker down here, and that'll be pretty rough. How's our Xerath looking? Nico first item Magi's. Not sure it was first item. I didn't actually check the ordering this time, but he went Magi's again for sure, and he's got 18 stacks, so the man is confident at being able to play safe, and so far he's proven that he can do that. Oh man, 3-level lead and a now 7,000 gold lead on the Darius. That is just brutal. He has 9 kills. This is why Darius is banned most games. Alright, I like this. I like this play here. Make a play in mid lane. The Draven ult doesn't quite come through, but the Vi comes through and grabs him anyway. Oh, the knock up. Oh, the good flash there. Good flash. Get a Q back in? Oh, okay, not quite. Okay. Meshi, if you can just stall a little bit here. I know it's going to be hard. Nice. Love that. That's all you got to do here. All you got to do is back off. Keep backing off. Back off a little bit. Clear the wave if you can. I don't think you can. I think you got to back up. Maybe you can keep up the inhib. You can give up an inhib for this. Your team can get potentially Baron off this. Can they Baron off of this? They can't quite. It's going to be up. If they had gone straight towards Baron, I think they could have gone Baron here. But they're going to back to try to deal with this Darius. I mean, it's too late, right? The inhibitor's gone, right? He's gotten his value here. He's not going to be able to get much else here. And so, oh, he's going to run to top lane. The top lane inhib is exposed. Never mind. I was wrong. He's going to get something out of it. Now it actually is a good back. Losing that second inhib would be pretty rough, especially with the objectives coming up. And so I think having the whole team take the fight to him here is the right call. He's definitely still a threat. Like, oh man, he's probably going to ult this Swain here to try to get some value. Oh, don't pull him too close to you there. Nice cash out on the Draven. I love that. They do get the Dragon for this, which is going to put them on soul point. That is unfortunate, but hey, you got to keep that inhib up, especially with Baron coming up. Losing both of those inhibs and just having 2 waves of super minions crashing would be too brutal. You could throw a Hail Mary Xerath. Nope, Xerath isn't quite up here. Draven isn't quite up. You could potentially steal this on the Vi. Oh, didn't quite get it. Got in at the right time, but just didn't quite get the kill. So I didn't quite get the smite timing there, unfortunately. It's a big ask. You've got a lot of enemy damage coming in there, and it's a little bit easier for them to time that, especially if they have like a 4th shot or something coming up with Jin. A little easier to time that smite together as a team. I like the idea. It keeps them up at soul point. It might have been better just to stay alive there, give them the soul point because Baron is up and the Darius is spawning soon. So that's a little bit awkward. That might have just given up Baron here, so I'm not sure it was worth going for it. I know where your head's at. It's tempting to get that. Keep them off a soul point. Get yourself another Drake. Keep yourself in that soul game. But for only soul point, it's probably not worth giving that up because Baron is up. If Baron's down, all right, sure. Take a shot at it. You're a little behind as a team. Try to get yourself that value. With Baron being up, oh man, luckily they're not going straight for it. They're giving the Vi time to spawn here. I think they could have just blitzed straight towards Baron if they were feeling it here. So especially with the Darius being as strong as he is. But And with that bot wave pushing in, I know they have the teleport on the Gratzyy here, so Gratzyy is going to push out bot wave as best as he can to kind of stem some of that pressure away. But they're setting up for Baron now, and this is going to be very, very difficult to get in there without really any vision on the side of Team Big Horse here. It's definitely pretty awkward, especially when the other team steals your signature character of the Big Horse Hacker Room. But, you know, hey, what can you do? Okay, Draven, you need to get out of there. This is very, very dicey. Darius coming by with a flank. Let's see if Gooseinator can send him off. It looks like he can. Okay, cool. I know it's not on the screen. It's on the mini-map right now. You gotta use the mini-map. But they're posturing out for Baron. I really think that they could just push for Baron here, and it'd be so hard for them to get in. Okay, Blitzcrank disconnecting and reconnecting. A little scary. But hey, you know, Team Big Horse will take anything they can get at this point, I guess. But he was only disconnected for a moment. They do have the access to the pause feature, so they could pause it if something does go wrong. But really, I mean, look at all the wards on there. They said this chains like section of wards here. It's like here, all these wards right here, man. You have such good vision going into Baron. Like you should just be going Baron here. Okay, you walked right into the Darius. That's unfortunate. I mean, actually, with everybody here, maybe you can take him out. You got enough CC as long as he doesn't kill the Swain. And Swain should have zone use by this point, so we should be able to zone use it. And that's the raid boss down. I almost spoke too soon because holy, that was a lot of damage at the end. Almost the raid boss down there, but then sorry, the raid boss is down, but he almost got a kill on Xerath. That would have been pretty dicey. That really opens up the Baron to be really either teams at this point. You definitely have some low HP bars on the side of Big Horse, but Team Thrawn, that's what it is. I was like, I haven't said it in a while. What was their name? I've been talking about Team Big Horse too much. Team Thrawn here, they are looking pretty good. They have higher HP bars, but now they've kind of had the chance to reset a little bit and heal up. I feel like they're about to go for another pick here potentially. They don't have the ultimate on Vi. They nearly do, honestly. Okay, Hecker Molten here is going to be pretty big. That's pretty big. They're focusing a lot on this Blitzcrank. I don't think you really need to be concerning yourself with the Blitzcrank that's much there. Okay, nice hook there in with the Swain. Okay, Draven's trying to stay alive. Draven flash over the wall there. Nice. Okay, we got the Gratzyy. We got shut down on the Hecarim there. I think the Fizz should be able to clean up one of these kills. Maybe. No, not quite. The over-the-wall belly bump as he was about to try to go on the Draven. Saves him. You got some stuff in your base you need to deal with there that should keep the pressure off of Baron for Team Thrawn. So they should have to back here and deal with all those minions. Oh my goodness, my mouth is getting dry from all this talking. Take a little bit of a swig there real quick because that was some action-packed team fighting there. Good on the on Team Big Horse to take out that Darius. It's a lot of work for sure, but you got to put that work in. And as long as you put that work in while they're not getting too much advantage somewhere else, you're keeping yourselves in this game. Look at how close that gold lead has come now. It's now down to an 800 gold lead. Check out where it is. How far ahead is the Darius now? Still, actually, it's about the same. It's about the same. I mean, honestly, once Darius is full build, which he nearly is, then it's not really going to matter too much how much more gold he has at that point. It's going to matter what can he do as far as the map state goes. Can he get towers? Can he get inhibs? Can he pressure like enough for them to get objectives? I really feel like Team Thrawn should have gone for that Baron when they had that moment to do so. They had so much vision. They had so much space. They had so much time. They should have just gone the Baron. I know it's scary. You don't want to coin flip the Baron when the team's still alive, but like the Vi was just spawning and you had plenty of time to get in there and get that. You do it pretty fast. I feel like they definitely could have gone for it. I feel like the game would be over if they had, but who knows? Maybe that's just not it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. But devil's advocate, maybe that's not how it goes. Maybe they knew something I didn't. Maybe they just weren't quite feeling it. Maybe they didn't realize just how much time they had as far as the Vi being gone. They got the dragon. They could have just pushed immediately for Baron, I think, but that's in the past. Now we got to think about what do we do now to get ourselves the advantage. This Baron is just sitting there. We have Darius coming through, trying to get that bot lane inhib. He's trying to get these two inhibitors down while the other people aren't in the base. How many people are going to back? They have Soul coming up here in 5 seconds. They've got to deal with this Darius, though, in the base. How do they deal with this fight? They go for the jungler. That's what you do. You just kill the jungler immediately, and then the smite presence is off the table for the dragon, and now they can just deal with the Darius a bit more leisurely. Leisurely. It's leisurely. Leisurely? A bit more leisurely? Whatever, shut up, Tony. The Darius is going to get both inhibitors, which is some pretty good value. But they at least stop the Soul. They have to teleport back to stop the Darius from getting the whole base here. And they're going to stun him up a little bit while everybody else kind of backs a little bit, maybe. I think at this point, with these two players back, I think you send the remaining 3 of your squad to Baron. I think you send the Swain, the Vi, and the Draven to Baron, and you take the Baron here. I think you can do it. I don't think that the Jhin is going to be able to put enough pressure there. It looks like the Jhin is kind of wise to it, or he's just trying to get his red buff here. But if the Jin's wise to it, I don't think it matters too much. As long as they can keep the Darius out of the base here, I don't think they're going to expect the 2-man on the Baron here. And even if they do, I don't think they can do anything about it. They take this so fast. The Jin might know. Yep, he knows. All you gotta do here is just block those. Take that, nice and easy. There you go. That's big. And now you back. And now you back. And now you run. And now you run. You know the Darius is coming. The Darius is coming. Get out of the way. Okay, he missed the pull. He missed the pull. He's dead. He's dead. As soon as he misses that pull on Draven, it's over. If he pulls the Draven, he wins. But as soon as they miss that, it's over. Oh man, this is some big play here. Does Vi have ult? Vi doesn't have ult. Vi's probably gonna go down here to the Jin. That's okay. That's okay. She's living a lot longer than I thought she would. But the rest of the team will be able to clean it up. And I think that team Big Horse has turned this around now to it's probably their favor. It is. They're up 3,000 gold now due to that Baron, due to those towers that they got, due to the kills that they got. They are up 3,000 gold now. And, you know, I mean, there's still a big advantage on the Darius. He's still up at like 7,000 gold, but he's as strong as he's going to get. He's not getting any stronger, and there is so much room left to grow on Team Big Horse here. They're up in kills. They stopped the Soul. They grabbed the Baron. They're doing pretty well. I feel like, you know, again, they dealt with the pressure of that Darius really well. They were able to send some people back, clear those waves, keep some pressure on him. When he showed up a little bit, send the entire team after him. I feel like when they did that, they really needed to have Team Thrawn do a lot more with the advantage that they had. They needed to take those objectives. They needed to go to that Baron. They had it. I feel like they had it in their palm of their hands, and they didn't go for that Baron when they had the opportunity to, and that really let Team Big Horse get their hands back in the game, claw their way back in a little bit, and swing that around. And actually, I mean, mad props to Team Big Horse for sticking this one through, for not thinking it was just over, for dealing with that Darius, for Dameshi, for sticking out that pressure that he had, for knowing that he's going to be run out of the Darius and dunked on over and over again, and to still come through, play some of those team fights really well. He had some awkward early ults. He had some strange fights where he could have played a little bit better, obviously, but when it mattered, when it came down to it in those team fights late game, he played it really well. He did a really good job. That belly bump he had on the Fizz to save the Draven, the ults that he had to send the Darius away when he just needed to survive in the bot lane there. He started to come together. He started to hit those shots and started to really get himself back into that game and buy his team the time that they needed. Mad props to Team Big Horse. This is a great best of 3. I'm glad that it ended up being so close. Couldn't have asked for a better game 2 and 3. Team 1, game 1, a little bit of stomp. Also had some recording issues on that one, so it's probably not going to be around. But game 2 and 3, phenomenal games. Love that. Pleasure to watch this. Pleasure to cast it. Till the next time, hope you have a nice day.